It's not just in your head. That feeling that you're running faster and faster but somehow falling further behind. That sense that the life your parents had, or even the one you imagined for yourself a decade ago, is now completely out of reach. You work hard, you follow the rules, but every month, your bank account tells a story of quiet desperation. The math just doesn't make sense anymore. You feel like you're being squeezed from all sides, and the truth is, you are. This isn't a personal failure, it's a systemic breakdown. This is the reality of modern life, where working hard no longer guarantees a roof over your head, and the dream of getting ahead has been replaced by the daily struggle of just getting by. Let's talk about the number that trips everyone up. Back in 1970, the average American home cost a little over 2 times the median annual income. Think about that. A couple of years of solid work could put you on the path to owning a home. Today, that idea feels like a fantasy. We're not talking about a small jump. We're talking about a fundamental shattering of the social contract. The system feels rigged because, for so many, it is. The numbers are staggering, and they paint a grim picture. We were all told a story. Work hard, save your money, and you can build a stable, comfortable life. But for millions of people, that story now feels like a cruel joke. Every dollar you earn feels like it's already been claimed by a mountain of bills, leaving you with nothing to save, invest, or even just breathe. So let's start with the single biggest expense, the one that defines our lives more than any other: housing. This isn't just about a place to sleep. It's supposed to be about stability, community, and the foundation for a future. But that foundation is cracking under the weight of impossible costs. As of late 2024, the median household income in the US was about $83,730. Now let's look at home prices. With figures hovering around $400,000, the typical family would need to spend nearly 5 times their entire gross annual income just to buy a median-priced home, and that's before all the other costs. With a 30-year fixed mortgage rate sitting around 6.2%, the principal and interest alone on a $400,000 home would be roughly $2,450 a month. Tack on property taxes and insurance, and you're easily clearing $3,300 a month or more. That's nearly 50% of the median household's pre-tax income. Financial advisors say you shouldn't spend more than 30% of your income on housing. For most Americans, that advice is pure fiction. Okay, so you decide to rent. That's got to be more manageable, right? Not really. In late 2025, the median rent for a typical 002-bedroom apartment was $1,703. To afford that without being cost-burdened, spending more than 30% of your income, A household needs to earn over $68,000 a year. But with rent consuming so much of the median income, millions are trapped. In fact, in 85 of the 100 largest U.S. metros, rent growth has outpaced income growth since 2019. This isn't just a market correction, it's an affordability crisis that's become the defining feature of modern economic life. The housing crisis is just the opening act. The real horror show begins when you look at the cost of simply existing. These are the non-negotiables, the daily expenses that have turned modern life into a financial gauntlet. Let's talk food. Since 2020, grocery prices have shot up by over 27%. Based on USDA data from late 2025, a family of 4 on a thrifty food plan is now spending over $1,000 a month at the grocery store. That kind of increase has swallowed any wage gains people might have seen. Then there's healthcare. For 2026, the average monthly premium for a common marketplace plan is around $750, a figure that jumped 21% in just 1 year. For those with employer-sponsored plans, the total cost per employee is projected to rise significantly, with some estimates suggesting premium increases of 18% to 25% for renewed plans. Even with an employer chipping in, things like co-pays and deductibles can easily add up to hundreds of dollars a month for a family. And if you have kids, the costs are astronomical. The average weekly cost for daycare is around $332. That translates to over $1,300 a month. Imagine a family with a monthly rent of $2,150, another salon $400 for childcare, and $900 for healthcare. That's over $40,400 a month before they've even bought food, paid for utilities, or put gas in the car. This is the reality for millions. Every essential has become a luxury item. Your paycheck arrives and it's immediately devoured. Housing, food, healthcare, childcare. These 4 pillars of a stable life now form an iron cage. And what's the result? The personal savings rate in the United States was hovering at a frighteningly low 3.5% in November 2025. How can anyone save when every dollar is spoken for before it even hits your account? These numbers aren't just stats on a screen, they represent a deep and growing crisis of well-being. The relentless financial pressure is reshaping our lives, our goals, and our mental health. A crushing sense of financial insecurity is the new normal. A study from late 2025 found that 48% of Americans felt more financially stressed heading into 2026 than they did the year before. What's driving this? The top reasons were the rising cost of daily expenses, cited by 54% of people, and incomes being too low, cited by 46%. This isn't just worry, it's a constant, low-grade panic that seeps into every decision. This anxiety is also forcing us to downsize our dreams. According to a 2026 survey, the top financial goal for Gen Z is just saving for a car, 41%. For millennials, it's saving for a vacation, 36%. A brief escape from the grind. Only Gen X, staring down the barrel of retirement, is overwhelmingly focused on that long-term goal, with 46% citing it as their top priority. Yet even their confidence is tanking. One study showed 38% of Gen Xers have decreased confidence in their ability to meet their retirement goals. There is a sliver of hope. Younger generations are more optimistic, with about half of Gen Z and millennials believing their financial situation will improve in 2026. However, a staggering 24% of all Americans believe their finances will actually get worse. A high level of pessimism reflecting the mood of the country. The feeling of being trapped is real, and it's leading to a sense of hopelessness. People are starting to give up because the math just doesn't work anymore. And that's the core of it, isn't it? The feeling that the game is rigged. You're not alone in this. The comment sections of videos just like this are filled with thousands of stories that sound a lot like yours, a digital tapestry of a generation locked out of the prosperity they were promised. So I have to ask, what's the one hidden cost that drains your wallet the most? Is it the car insurance that mysteriously doubled? The tangle of subscription services bleeding you dry? Or the medical bill you're still paying off from 3 years ago? Share your story in the comments. Let's expose the true cost of modern life, because the first step to fixing a broken system is to be honest about how and why it's broken. And while you're at it, subscribe for more honest takes on the forces shaping our world. The idea that modern life feels like hell isn't just a mood, it's a rational response to an economic system that has fundamentally changed. The goalposts haven't just moved. For a huge part of the population, they've been taken off the field entirely. The pillars of a middle-class life, an affordable home, food on the table, healthcare, and a secure retirement are no longer things you can achieve with hard work alone. Now, they seem to require immense wealth, incredible luck, or a time machine. This isn't about avocado toast or fancy coffee. This is about the systematic erosion of economic security for entire generations. We're living in a paradox, a time of unprecedented technological progress and wealth creation, where basic financial stability has become a luxury. The constant anxiety, the feeling of being perpetually behind, the downsizing of our dreams, this is the heavy psychological toll of a system that prizes asset inflation over human well-being. And acknowledging that isn't pessimism. It's the first real step toward demanding something better.